For decades, the United States and Iran have engaged in a carefully managed shadow war. Instead of uniform armies meeting on a conventional battlefield, the two nations typically traded blows through a network of proxy militias. This indirect approach allowed both sides to maintain plausible deniability, keeping casualties low and tensions just below a full-scale outbreak. That calculation changed when a swarm of drones descended on Ali al-Salem. This base is a major logistical hub for the U.S. military, located just 37 kilometers from the Iraqi border. The strike bypassed proxy skirmishes entirely, hitting the installation directly and wounding 15 American soldiers. This chart tracks the mounting U.S. casualties reported since the broader military operation began. It shows a steady climb in injuries over recent months, reaching a total of 373 wounded American service members, with several remaining in serious condition. By directly drawing American blood, Tehran moved away from the long-standing reliance on intermediaries. Striking a primary logistics hub to inflict double-digit casualties indicates a shift in intent, suggesting a new willingness to engage U.S. forces without the cover of a proxy. Accompanying the physical attacks was a breakdown in high-level communication. While diplomatic efforts had previously functioned as a pressure valve, the public exchange of threats began to outpace the private channels used to prevent escalation. The tension peaked when Donald Trump issued a specific deadline via social media and television. He warned that without a swift deal, April 7th would become Power Plant Day and Bridge Day all wrapped up in one, specifically threatening to target Iranian civilian infrastructure and seize control of oil assets. Tehran answered immediately. Ali Akbar Vilayati, a senior advisor to Iran's supreme leader, warned that any strike on Iran's electricity grid would destabilize the entire region. He addressed the American president directly, stating that the Persian Gulf is not a place for gambling. Publicly committing to strikes on civilian infrastructure left military planners on both sides with fewer non-kinetic options. As the political window for traditional de-escalation narrowed, the focus shifted from the negotiating table toward preparing for a physical response. The immediate result was the 98th wave of Operation True Promise 4. Iran executed a synchronized theater-wide military campaign designed to stress American and allied defenses across multiple fronts simultaneously. The initial phase targeted U.S. logistics in Kuwait. The IRGC reported launching a barrage of missiles and drones at the Al-Udeiri base, claiming the destruction of helicopter storage facilities and accommodation units used by American personnel. This map shows the coordination. Strikes hit Kuwait, while Iraqi resistance attacked U.S. command centers at Camp Victory in Baghdad. Targeting then expanded westward. Iranian ballistic missiles struck strategic centers in Haifa and Tel Aviv, and drones hit joint production facilities in the Emirates. The operation also extended to the maritime domain, though the accounts of what happened remain contradictory. The IRGC claimed a heavy barrage forced the amphibious assault ship USS Tripoli to retreat into the Indian Ocean, a claim U.S. Central Command flatly denied. Whether every claim of destruction is accurate or not, the simultaneous targeting of logistics, striking multiple command centers, and naval assets across 3 countries marks an increase in regional coordination. It suggests a theater-wide capability that didn't exist in previous cycles of the conflict. An offensive of this scale expected a counterstrike. While their missiles were in the air, Iran activated its integrated air defense network, aiming to protect its own airspace from the anticipated American response. Iran claims its defenders successfully intercepted advanced American surveillance platforms. According to reports from the IRGC, this included shooting down 2 MQ-9 Reaper drones over Isfahan, effectively attempting to blind U.S. intelligence in the region. These defensive claims also extended to high-speed munitions. Iranian state media reported the downing of several Tomahawk and Jassim cruise missiles in the airspace surrounding Tehran and Hamadan. Projecting this level of defensive capability is a key part of Tehran's broader strategy. By publicizing these interceptions, they signal to both domestic and international audiences that a high-tech U.S. response may no longer be uncontested as it was in the past. The strategic assumptions that govern the Middle East for a decade are being rewritten. The long-standing hesitation to launch direct, multinational assaults on American military bases has been replaced by a willingness to engage in high-casualty confrontations. Tehran has established a new, more volatile doctrine. Threats to their civilian infrastructure are now met with immediate, theater-wide military escalation, significantly raising the cost of any future diplomatic breakdown. The safety nets that previously prevented regional spillover are thinning. The back-channel negotiations and economic sanctions that once kept these flare-ups contained are struggling to keep pace with the speed of military action. The era of the shadow war is ending, as both sides move toward more overt military confrontation. With the old rules of the conflict discarded, the margin for error has shrunk, and a minor miscalculation now carries a higher risk of triggering a broader regional war.